So the idea of this feature is that I can add additional columns to my gradebook. So if I'm in Teamie here, so I've clicked on the side. At the moment, this is showing me any data related to assessments that I've set within the system. So these could be assignments. So this one shows me a rubric, which I would have assessed that way. These could be quizzes, etc. The idea is that at the top, you can add another column, which is essentially a piece of work the students might have done like non-electronically, or you've assessed it in some sort of different way and collected an evidence. So this could be a quick, something like, say, reading log. So have the kids actually done their reading log? So I just want to give it a title. I don't need to give it a date, but I'll just go like this. Done that. I don't need to give it a mark. I'm going to give it, say, 1. And then just create offline task. So there you go. So it just moved it across and added this here. So I can just add 1, just pressing the tab key, and I can just jump down. So it's sort of working a little bit like Excel, where I can add tabs in there, except for I get an extra bit of feature here. So I can add a comment, or I can even add a piece of evidence. So the more the other way you might use this is by, I'm just going to refresh this now. The scenario might be that the students have done a presentation in class, so as they're doing it, you want to give them feedback, and you might even have a piece of evidence that you might want to attach to that piece of. This will be the presentation on something. I can say it's part of this part of my course. Same thing. So it's due next week. Same thing. I don't need to give it a mark, but maybe I'll give this a 10. But here, I want to attach a rubric that I've created before. And so I've got non-scoring rubric. So this is just some feedback that I might have done. So if I click on it, it glows blue, and I can attach it down there. Say if it's summative, this is an extra filter that you can have for the gradebook, and I can press create this. I've got another column. And so then I can, once I click on the bit in the middle, then I see the rubric. So I can, as the children's presenting, this could be, this could be exemplary or mastery, consolidating. We could be more precise and save that. So this will be improved in a couple of weeks. So in a couple of weeks, it will color code these boxes. So we'll split this based on the number of criteria and give you a bit of like a heat map to be able to see how kids are doing. At the moment, you can add a comment. So I could record the microphone and just verbalize some feedback for the students if that's what you want to do. I could type stuff in if I wanted to. So great work. Something into this box, submit. That's that. And do similar things for the student. I can also get a bit further. I can add evidence. So if I've been like filming the presentations on my laptop, if I've got sound bites from an IOC perhaps, I can do it. I do this, so if the kids have done an assessment, use my phone to just take a picture of it like that, and I'll just airdrop them back to my computer and drop them in a folder. So I can just take that cover sheet and press open, and then that's put the evidence, it's just saving it as you speak, into that. So once I've done the whole list, I can then I can keep this private to myself. If I click and finish the grading, then it's public to students, they become notified. So finish the grading, yep. So I want to finish and also publish the scores. Students will get a little notification up on the top saying, so this is my MacBook, so you can see here, this is the presentation, it's blue because it's been published to the students. And if I hover over, I'll see the feedback that I gave, and I can click and see the rubric. What students see is the students jump into this view, so they see just their own data. So if you've given feedback on different assignments, students will see this. So they'll see the presentation, they'll see this kind of this comment from you. Could be a summary comment. Could be the audio they see there. But then they can see view the record, and they can see 2 bits. So they can, if you've uploaded some evidence, they will see that in this space. And then they see the rubric on the side. So we're looking at ways to improve this, so the rubric's more obvious to students. Maybe it should pop up straight away, but they can see that there, and they can see your comments. If you've done something offline, I can add other evidence, close that, back for students. Okay, so I hope that kind of highlights the process where you could use the Teamie Markbook as being a place to keep assessments, and when you want to share them with the students, you can press the publish button, and the students would see them, which then they could show to the parents. We have no parent access at the moment, but hopefully this facilitates that process.